Hi, and thanks for inquiring about the new home tour. In the next couple of minutes, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about the new home tour, why you should buy a new house, and anything in between. So let's start at the beginning. Why should you buy a home? The main personal reasons are look, your lifestyle will be much better. The stability of your family will be greater. You'll likely be in a nicer neighborhood. You'll have a backyard. You'll have access to the most beautiful brand new appliances you can possibly have, and your general peace and well-being from knowing you own the home you live in will make your life a lot happier. Not to mention you can barbecue in the backyard. Okay, now let's just take a quick look at some of the financial reasons that make a really, really big difference. And guys, this is really important. So, let's say hypothetically you're renting right now and you're paying $2,000 a month rent. Well, your rent, according to history, is going to go up approximately 4% of the year, 4% a year forever. So what does that mean to you? That means in about 30 years, you will be paying somewhere in the neighborhood of $5,000 a month rent. And you will have spent over $1 million paying your landlord every month. Now, if you compare that to the flip side, if you own your own home, and let's say your payments were also around $2,000, they're going to stay at $2,000. I mean, yeah, you're going to have some repairs on the house. Your taxes may go up a little, but the main component of what you pay every month, which is your mortgage, is going to stay flat at the original price for the next 30 years, and then it's going to disappear. So let's compare the outlook at the end of 30 years. If you're renting, your new rent is going to be somewhere in the $5,000 a month range. You will have spent $1 million in rent, and you will have absolutely nothing but another lease to look forward to. If you buy a home today and your payments are in the $2,000 range, what's going to wind up happening in 30 years? Let's say that house was a little over $300,000 right now. In 30 years, based on inflation, theoretically, that house is going to be worth somewhere in the neighborhood of $800,000, right? And you're going to own it free and clear. So going back to the rental example, you will have paid rent over $1 million, wound up with nothing, or in this case, you're going to wind up owning a home free and clear worth somewhere in the neighborhood of $800,000. And in the interim, you will have only been paying the same price every month. You will not have anywhere near that $1 million that you spent on rent. So it's unequivocal. It will change your financial life dramatically over the next 30 years if you buy a house now versus just keeping on renting or doing what you're doing. Now let's talk one more thing. Let's talk about a new house versus a resale house. Right now in the current market, there are builders who are willing to finance the purchase of their houses. These are large national builders who have their own mortgage companies who they can then turn around and buy money, so to speak, at, in some cases, 3.5%, in some cases 4%, in some cases 4.5% or 4.99%, compared to what is the average as I'm making this video of about 7.25%. So what does that mean to you in terms of dollars? Well, it's going to average about $400 to $600 a month in lower payments than you would if you would have bought a resale house and went ahead and borrowed the money from a Bank of Albuquerque or Bank of the West or any of those New Mexico Bank and Trust, because the builders are essentially subsidizing your interest rate, right? So if you're saving $400 to $600 a month over the course of 30 years, which is 360 months, you can simply take 360 times 400, and that's about how much money you will have saved in interest by using one of these low-rate loans that the builders are offering right now. So not only are you owning your own home, which is going to be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars in the future, but you're getting in at 2 to 2.5% lower than the current market rate. So as far as I'm concerned, For those two reasons alone, that's why you want to take the new home tour. And so what I've done is I've set up a plan where we sit down either at my office or on the phone, and we plan out what your interest is in terms of the style of the home, the price of the home, the amenities the home includes, and of course the location. And then we will list all of the opportunities available. We'll make a certain strategy, and then we'll meet one day during the week, or possibly two, or on the weekend, and we'll look at every one of those model homes. I will help you get financed. I will help you understand the whole process all the way through it. And of course, I'm here to advise you when it comes down to picking the home that really might be right for you. So in summary, not only will you be owning your own home, living your best life, but doing so at hopefully 2.5% lower than the current market rate. My suggestion, very simply, if you haven't already set up a tour, or rather I should say, set up a call to set up a tour, set up an appointment now to talk to me for 15, 20 minutes. We'll go over everything either at my office or over on the phone. We'll set up a time to look at all the houses. And you know what, guys? This is really going to change your life.